Bring them open so I can show them.
I only saw some pictures. He looks just like dad.
Yes, he does look like his daddy.
Oh, he's
Baby.
cute. Welcome,
Oh,
baby.
Finish it all.
oh,
Yes, it's going. I'm trying to get rest when I can.
Yeah, you
oh
have to
my
sleep when they
God.
sleep, which never happens.
I
And I'm
know.
so
Yeah.
excited because Melissa worked all the way till the end. She sprinkled in her Mary Kay. She did her lead events all the way until she gave birth. So we are so proud of you. And he's a Mary Kay baby. I love it.
I know.
I know.
Julianne, you remember when I was at your house and we had a virtual baby shower? That's who it was for. It's Melissa. So now you get to meet her in person.
Hi,
Oh,
baby. Oh, I love a baby. I
he's
love
cute.
babies.
Oh, well, thank you for showing him off to us, Melissa. All right. Anyone have anything to share? Any wins that they would like to share for the week? Any wins? If you want, I can go first. All right, I'll
Mm-hmm.
go first with my win for the week. So I roomed with an amazing director this weekend, and we were talking, and I talked to her about CD trainings because I remember the days when we used to give out CDs and get CDs from our director. And I said, man, I wish you could get this CD from Arlene Lenar. She is really incredible. I said, she's one of the most amazing teachers out there. And she's an emeriti. And so we go to this dinner with our national, and she gave us journals, she gave us a card, and she gave us CDs. And guess what the CD was that she got? She got the same CD I mentioned to her that you need to hear this lady. That was the CD that Amy gave to her. So that was like a win this week because I'm like, God, he is so strategic and he always shows up on time. And my other win was that while I was in Atlanta, I got to meet Natalia in person. I don't know where she is. So Marie, maybe shoot her a text and say, Natalia, where are you? So I got
I
to meet
know.
Natalia in person. I got to meet Marie. I got to go to Marie's workplace and got to spend some time with her, and we prayed together. So that was like the highlight of my week, was that I got to meet. I didn't meet all of them. There was one person I didn't meet in Atlanta, but don't worry, we're gonna blow up Atlanta. So I was excited to be there and really to just gather what God has in store for us. So that was my win. Anyone else would like to share their wins for the week? It doesn't always have to be sales. It can always be a compliment. It can always be anything else, like any wins for the week.
I,
And
well, actually, my win for the week is my just when I said I was giving up, that same day I thought of calling Kenisha. I said, Kenisha, I think that's not for me, because ain't nothing working out. So my one of my clients I clean for, she called me and tell me I'm on the website where I'm not seeing you. So I said, hold up, what do you need? Because I might have it on hand. And she told me what she need, and I packed it up and I sent it to her. And then there she goes. She sent my money for me. And I said, Lord, isn't that a sign? I think that's a sign you're telling me. Do not give up. There is light at the end of that tunnel. So I had to reassure myself, don't not so soon. Not so soon.
Yes, thank you for not quitting, not giving up. And yes, he does that. He'll send you like little reminders, like
Right.
even while we're at leadership, I got like 5 orders. You probably saw me messaging, just got an order,
Yes.
just got an order. Totally,
Right.
it's
Right.
like, yeah, it was a chunk of a change. And that was while I was getting trained, but it didn't happen overnight. It started probably with one lipstick or one eyeliner, and that
Right.
one eyeliner led to more. I just right now, actually, I went to the post office today, but I still have like a bunch of different orders to put together. So that was in addition, So yeah, don't quit, don't give up, because that one item can lead to other references, other referrals. So definitely don't quit, right, Melissa? Even if you move out of state, Melissa took her business with her to where she's at. So yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Chillian, anybody else want to share their wins? If not, Chillian, you can go ahead with the product commercial. You're muted.
I'm unmuted. Let me make sure I'm unmuted. One of the wins is of course, I started, I've said this several times, about 8 weeks now, and I had, of course, that was during the holiday, right? 8 weeks ago was during the holiday. So I needed to ensure that I got everything organized. Kanisha knows I'm big on the organization. So I had to make sure that I got everything organized. And it was running, running, running. And it seemed as if I wasn't going to be able to put everything together and get the business structured. But my win is I did it on Sunday night. Yay! So I was able to get my inventory going, balance on my invoices, and just put everything in an Excel spreadsheet. So that was a huge win for me because I really like organization. So
Yes, awesome. I love that. And guess what? Some people need that to think. Some people,
right.
if they're not organized, their mind is all over the place.
Yeah.
They can't function in clutter. So there are times that you may have to just take time to do a little bit of that organization.
Correct.
Awesome.
Correct.
Well, thank you for sharing, Chillian. All right. All right. You ready for the commercial? I'm excited.
Product commercial. I am excited to talk about, and I hope everyone can see. Let me get better lighting. My product commercial is, of course, our Clear Proof, and that's the charcoal mask. And I've used it not only on myself, but I've used it on others. And what I really like about the mask is, one, first of all, when you apply it, and I would have applied it tonight, but I know we have limited time. When you put the mask on, you definitely can feel that tingle. You feel the products, you feel the quality of the product, which we do with all the Mary Kay products. But this one, because of the ingredients that we have in it, you feel it work instantly. And after even the first use, you can see your skin brighten. You can see it looking clearer. The pores are less visible. And it just gives that nice, clean, refreshed look. And so, I highly recommend the charcoal mask. And the good thing, it's for all skin types, right? So whether you're dry skin, you're normal, combination oily, the charcoal mask is excellent for all skin type. And you put it on easily, glides on easily. You can have it on for as little as 10 minutes or as long as 20 minutes. Now, I did mine while I was doing chores on the last Saturday. So I had it on for a good 20 minutes. And when I took it off, wow, what a difference I saw in my complexion. So this is a keeper for me.
Love it. Thank you, Chillian. All right. So whoever is not using the charcoal mask, definitely you want to make sure you have that on your hit list. It's one of my favorites. Thank you, Chillian. Thank you for sharing that. I didn't know what she was sharing, and I just know that she was going to share on her favorite, and I'm so grateful that she shared on that, because everybody should have at least the charcoal mask in their closet or roll-up bag. Awesome. And how much is it, Chillian? How much is the cost? Sold for?
It's sold for 24.
Right, 24.
24. Yeah.
All right. Yes, and she does mention it does even out skin tone as well.
Yeah, it really does.
All right. So thank you guys. And Chillian, I'm so glad you mentioned about organization, because some of the stuff I wanted to touch on tonight was when it comes on to time management. And that was one of the things they mentioned. But before that, I just wanted to mention quick tidbit, upcoming events. Feel the power. We had leadership recently. We got to go. We had a great time. This was our first big one in 2 years. And guys, you are in the right place at the right time. I'm sure you've probably seen the messages I've sent out. The projection for even next year the projection for 2030, I mean, now is the time to line up, get in gear. You know, it's like you're going to a buffet line. You don't wait off to the side. You get in line, and when you go up there, you take your serving. And so that's kind of where you need to be. Get in line and just start gathering, gaining your customers, one customer at a time. Because what Mary Kay is coming out with and the projection about the industry, it is phenomenal. Last year alone, there was over 32 new millionaires in the company. And so you are in the right place. Even if you get a piece of the pie, it is big enough to share. There's enough customers to go around. So I want to share that. So make sure, one, you're reaching out to people, start getting them on something, having them try or come on our sessions. Two, make sure you're going to lead to events. So make sure you are taking advantage of the event. So big event, feel the power. Melissa, are you able to share? I don't know if the baby is quiet enough, but feel the power. Are you able to share? Because I know you've gone to feel the power in the past. You want to just share what it's about, what it's like?
Yes, so I have gone to feel the power about 2 times, because it was canceled that one time, obviously because of COVID last year, so we couldn't go in person. But even then, that was still a really nice retreat for us to get together in Dustin when COVID hit and we couldn't really travel to feel the power. But feel the power on its own, it has some of the top nationals in the world there. Literally, like, it's so much more intimate than seminar and career conference. It's one of my favorite conferences, retreats, I would say. And then I call it a retreat because you really do get away for the weekend. You get to be surrounded by girlfriends, women who lift you up. You get trained on personal development and business training and life skills training. So you get all around training, and you get it from the top women in Mary Kay around the world. So, and you're literally just standing 10 feet away from them. So it's really like one of the very best conferences that we have. I mean, the number one national is there, the number one in the world, not just in America, but around the world. She's number one in the world, and she just retired. So if you haven't got to feel the power before, you want to go. You definitely want to go. This is something that you really, really, it's worth every investment. Women, there's plenty of women outside of Mary Kay who actually pay 3 times as much to be in the same room as these women, literally, because they are keynote speakers and they speak at other conferences outside of Mary Kay on the same kind of business skills, life skills, and all of that. So we get to do it at a third of the price, and we get to do it in a more intimate setting. And it might be even more intimate because of, the pandemic. There's, limited space. So it's going to be even more intimate than it has been before. And literally you're going to be there to, it's going to feel like having a one-on-one session with these women. So if you haven't gone, you really have to go, because we don't know what the future is going to look like. And Gloria, she retired, so we don't know what that's going to look like in the future either. So do it now.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much, Melissa, for sharing that. Absolutely. And if you don't trust me on anything, this is one of the things, trust me on. You have to go. Like she said, you get top of the top training. But what I like the most, because my husband, every time I'm going, he's always like, hey, I want to go with you. It's because usually it's right off the ocean. You get time to reflect. You get time to really, even yoga. If you want to do, I don't remember what they called it, but we had, I don't know if it was spiritual yoga, whatever it was called. We had yoga, and then we had a walk on the beach. And then we had, reflection time by the pool. And then we had a church ceremony Sunday morning. And Pam Shaw, I love Pam Shaw. So this is one of the top nationals. So anyway, without giving too much away, just trust us and register. They do have a virtual one. So, but if you can go in person, I would recommend going in person. All right. With that said, I'm going to get into the training. Just remember, in a couple weeks, we have end of the month. So start planning what I would say is start planning for next month. Next month we have Valentine's Day. And so if you say, you know what, Kenisha, I really want to do some sales, now is the time to start. Now's the time to put some stuff together. Even if, say, you don't have anything, you place like a small order and put some stuff together, you are guaranteed to sell that. Guess what happens after Valentine's Day? After Valentine's Day, which is what, February, you have which holiday is that? President's Day, Memorial Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day. You have so many holidays and so many opportunities. Even if you have stuff left over from Christmas, switch it out of the Christmas box, turn it into a Valentine's box. Boom, your stuff is gone. So that's what I wanted to give you guys, strategies. And just if you need ideas of what to put in a little package for Valentine's Day, perfume, mask, charcoal mask that Chilean showed, the biocellulose mask, any of the colognes like I mentioned. You could do some skincare stuff. You could do satin hands. You could do like a spa basket together with the satin body. One of the big ones that I found I cannot keep on my shelf is a face massager and brush. So if you don't have any of those, I would say get a couple of those. Get some nourishing oil and put like a nice little package together. Put some chocolate in there and boom, now you have your Valentine's basket. But ladies, if income, extra income, nothing's going to happen until you sell something. I mean, in all honesty, nothing happens until somebody sells something. So when you sell a mascara, when you sell one item, you're connecting with that person. You're getting to know them. When you sell that one item, you are getting a potential team member. You know, I cannot emphasize enough. Posting, the newest thing, they even showed us now. Melissa, you would like this. At seminar, they showed us how, you know, using Hootsuite, you can schedule out your post for the month. And so you put the day and time when you want that post to go out for you. And guess what? It goes out for you. You don't even have to think about it. And so, Melissa, I don't know, one of the days I may have you train on this at one of our meetings where literally I'll, you know, with the new Hootsuite that they have set up now with Mary Kay, you can go in, you can schedule your post and it posts for you. You know, all the Mary Kay stuff.
Is it a Mary Kay app or Mary Kay works with them? Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, Mary Kay has it set up that way. So you would need to have a business Facebook or a business Instagram in order for that to work. And it's through Mary Kay. Now you can do it through the desktop, or I've done it through the Amplify or Hootsuite app. But if you don't have the app, you can do it through the website as well, because it takes you to that playbook. So we're going to do a training on that, because we're here to equip and we're here to learn together. I don't know everything. I'm never going to know everything. But guess what? How your brain works, you always want to learn something new every day. With that said, we want to talk about a little bit about managing your time. And so Chilean kind of touched on some of it today. And the reason I'm saying that is because one of the common complaints I get, I'm too busy. I'm too busy. I'm too busy. I'm too busy. And guess what? I get it. I understand, because I'm there. I've been there. And so what we're going to talk about is how can you manage your time appropriately? And so one of the biggest things when it comes down to Mary Kay and how I've worked my business for the past 11 years, I would sprinkle it in wherever I went. So I sprinkle it in at the grocery store. I sprinkle it in at the post office. I sprinkle it in at wherever, the car wash, wherever you are, you take it with you. And that's how I was able to grow my business, go from 3 customers to the amount of customers I have today. And that is also how I build connections with people. Because there's a lot of people that you'd be surprised are looking for Mary Kay consultants. Oh my God, I love your oil-free eye makeup remover. We have one of the best products out there, and you don't want to know what they're coming with. They're coming with some new stuff down the line. So, be sold on the product and take it with you wherever you go. This, I actually am showing you because we're using it tonight. Oil-free eye makeup remover. Listen, there's some women, they walk around with this and carry a cotton pad and say, hey, you want to try one of the best oil-free, whatever it is, sprinkle it in. You got to find what works for you and step out of your comfort zone, because nothing successful has ever happened in your comfort zone. So focus on IPAs, which would be income producing activities. So when we talk about IPAs, because you can be busy with Mary Kay in your head. So you can be busy in your head, and when you really examine, you didn't really do IPAs. You may have done some activities, Mary Kay related, but were they really IPAs? And so that was one of the things that you can get confused with, is that I'm thinking Mary Kay, but then really when I looked, I didn't do IPAs, which are income producing activities. That's what IPA stands for. So here are some IPAs that you can focus on. And the rest, you can still do them, but do them while you're watching TV. And I remember Amy always said, do it after 9 p.m. So say, for example, I remember, I would meet up with her somewhere and I would see her writing out cards. And guess what? She did it while she was waiting for me to meet up with her. So make sure that when you're doing any activities that are non-IPAs, these would be after 9, or maybe say you have a favorite show you're watching, you'll do that during that time. Labels, putting on labels on your bottles. That's not an IPA activity. And so I have somebody that helps me out with that, right? So some IPAs, booking parties and facial. So if you spend an hour on the phone making booking calls, that is an IPA. That's an income producing activity. When you bring guests on our sessions, that is an IPA, because those are your potential customers, right? Sales or reorders. So I did put a couple together. That is an IPA. That's an income producing activity. And that also would include sending one of your your customers a text and just check on them, because it's not just about, oh, you're going to make money off this person. You're building a relationship. And so check in with your customers once in a while. Make sure they're okay. For example, with COVID, I remember when COVID hit, I checked in on some of my customers and say, hey, just checking on you during these crazy times, making sure you're okay. If you have to coach a hostess, so if you have somebody that's hosting a party for you, an IPA coaching them, that is an IPA, because you're coaching them maybe about sending out the guest list or how to invite people. That is the IPA. Any questions so far? And make sure we're not confused about that. Interviews or coffee chats, that is the IPA. When you're getting to know that person, you're finding out about them, what's going on in their life, that is the IPA. Training with your director, for example, coming on tonight, that is the IPA, because you're learning strategies that you can take with you to take your business to the next level. And you know what? It's great because sometimes we forget. We're not going to remember everything. So just like how, every day you eat a meal and it's nutritious to your body, come into the trainings, you might not remember everything, but at that time it's nutritious, because eventually over time, hearing it over and over again, you're going to start speaking that lingo and you'll remember that as well, or even take notes. So you can always refer to that. And then working with new team members. Now, this is limited because you don't want to do everything for them. You want to equip your team members so that they will be able to do the work eventually, because one of the things that you cannot neglect is your personal activity. So I cannot neglect my personal activity just because I'm helping the unit. We cannot spread ourselves thin. We can't work with everyone. So for the people that choose, those are the people that I'm going to be working with. So make sure that when you're working with team members that, yes, you want to work with them, but why not make them learn while you earn? So if you're hosting a session, bring them on that session. That is the perfect time to have them learn, right? So that it's not taking any extra time. So Marilyn, I know you just hopped on. We were talking about time management or training on that. All right. So any questions or confusions about IPAs? What are IPAs? So true or false? Putting labels on your products is the IPA. True or false? You can just put it in the chat. So I'll let you get. Is it IPA?
No.
Right. No, correct. So it is not an IPA. So What time would you put in labels on your bottles? Like say you just started your business, you don't want to hire somebody to do it. What time of the evening would you do this?
Late at the evening when you're watching television.
Right, right, exactly. So yeah, Marilyn said kids, so Marilyn's gonna employ her kids to do that for her. Yes, but late at night or after 9, that's when. So once I started building, and I had a lot of customers, I got somebody to do this for me. But after 9. So when it comes on to IPA, or time management, you want to be efficient. And this was something, well, we're not there yet. Chilean had mentioned something earlier, but be efficient. Everyone has 24 hours. So I know somebody on this call that makes every second count, you know? So I'm one of them too. But be efficient. 5 a.m. club. If you want to join me on the 5 a.m. club, you are welcome. I do wake up at 5. It was hard at first. I used to wake up at 6 o'clock and I used to have to be at the house by 7. And I used to rush. Because by the time I did my makeup and my blah, 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 I was running late. So I remember we had a training on the miracle morning. And I said, okay, I will try. I couldn't do 5, but I started with 5:30. And then I worked my way up to 5. And so with the 5 a.m. club, what I do is that is my time to reflect. I can use that time for quiet time, because you do need that. You do need to start your day, not where you're rushing, but when you're calm, you get yourself together. If you need to listen to something inspirational, like whatever you want to do, when you wake up at 5 o'clock every day, that's almost like an extra day that you added to your week when you think about it, right? That is an extra day. So I would recommend doing that if you're able to. Get on the 5 o'clock club, and you'll see that you'll have a lot more time to do some things. All right. The next thing, learn to delegate when you need to. And like Marilyn put in the chat, use your kids. Yes, that was one of the things they mentioned, delegate. So that was one of the hardest things for me. Because in our heads, we think we can do everything, right? And so it's impossible, because you cannot give 100% to everything. So what are some things you could delegate? So you can just put it, I think one of the ones would be definitely labeling your products. One of the things I delegated was, I remember Amy recommended, she's like, Kenisha, pick something you could delegate. I'm like, okay, I don't want to clean. So, either you pay or get somebody to clean for you. That would make it so much easier. So that was one of the things I wanted to delegate, was cleaning. But maybe sending out cards. Yes, you can customize the cards for that person, but what about putting the stamps? Or what about if you sign up for, instead of going to the post office, you can sign up for a service, right? And that service will come to your house and pick up the item. What are some other things that you think you can delegate in regards to your business that is taking up time? And so if my cleaning has not brought me an income, I'm not doing it. I'll get somebody to do that. But if you notice that there's something you can delegate while you focus on other things, then I would recommend that. Don't be afraid to say no. Practice saying that no. Because when you are leaders, or busy women get things done, people are gonna always ask you, hey, can you do this? Hey, can you do that? Learn to say no. If you have a goal, say for example, and even if it's not Mary Kay related, but say, all right, Kenisha, I remember when I was going in DIQ, I'm going to be working on directorship, and honey, I'm not going to be taking any vacations during this 3-month period. And so there's times that people say, hey, you want to go? No, I'm sorry. I have a big goal that I'm working towards. I have to say no, not right now. So don't be afraid to say no, because if you're saying yes to everything, it can take you away from some of the goals that you are working on. All right. Make 30 minutes count. So this is part of being efficient. Make 30 minutes count. I'll give you an example. I used to drive between clinics. When I was working in 2 clinics, I used to drive from one to the other. It took me 30 minutes to drive there. I was in DIQ at the time. And so what I did during that 30 minutes, I had a list of people that I needed to call. And so that was my time to either call customers, or if I had to call consultants, like say I needed to do like a quick orientation, make 30 minutes count. Even if you're not doing say anything, Mary Kay, but you have something else you're working on, make 30 minutes count. It doesn't have to be a full hour every time. What if you don't have an hour? What if you only had 15 minutes? What if you had only 5 minutes? All right, we'll do a 5 in 5. All right, I have 5 minutes. Let me call a friend and invite her to next Thursday session. So make 30 minutes count. And this is the next one. I just kind of mentioned that. Use your car time. So the phones have features where you can tell Siri, call such and such. Use that feature. Or, one of the ones I use, I'll tell Siri, send a message to such and such, right? She doesn't always get it right, but use your car time. If you're waiting in line, I use that a lot. That was what got me through, because I did not stop my life while I was in DIQ or a major goal. I did not stop my life, you guys, but I made every minute count. And guess what? You may have to do that sacrifice for how long? 90 days. 90 days to get to that goal. And then you're on to the next one, right? All right. So the first one, part of time management, focus on IPAs, income producing activities. Second one, be efficient, using your time wisely. Third, be organized. So that was one of the things that Chilean mentioned at the beginning, where she was saying she spent the time, she got all her stuff organized, and she's good to go. Clutter creates anxiety. Clutter creates anxiety. And so there's some people that cannot function when things are not organized. I'm not an organized person. I try, but you know what? I created systems that help my head. And so if you are a person that you need to be organized, you may have to take a day and focus on that. And so if this will help you to get to your goal or to manage your time wisely, yes, then you do what you have to do. And have your office organized. So be organized for your parties and have your office organized. So when it came on to parties, what I usually do for that, I would always keep my roll-up bags packed. I have a little carry-on thing that Mary Kay gave us. So I always have that with my sample products. As soon as I used it, I put it back in there. So remember, I'm not organized, but I had systems. So my system was, I always had that bag. If somebody said, I'm hosting a party for you tomorrow, I could pull that and I'm good to go, because I knew that anything I needed to host that party, that skincare party, was there. And so as soon as I got home and whatever, if I used anything and there wasn't any more left, I would replenish that. And so that is part of the time management training, is that, you stay organized when it comes on to your parties. Nowadays, guess what? People are doing virtual sessions. So I still keep my bag. I'm going to show you what I keep. So I have my bag like this, and literally, so I keep my bag like this. And so when I'm hosting, like I'm hosting tonight, I literally went in there and pulled out the stuff, and I have it right here ready to show. Now, there may have been some additional items that I needed to show you guys. So I had that readily available. So that is one of the things of being organized, is be ready to go. Number 4, weekly plan sheet. Do I have my weekly? Sorry, I don't have mine to show you guys here. But the weekly plan sheet is in your blue folder. And what that does, it literally from Sunday to Saturday, it shows you every single, from 6 o'clock all the way to, I believe, 10 o'clock at night. You can literally write out, all right, this is what I'm doing. I only have 5 minutes here, so I'm going to use that 5 minutes to do a 5 in 5, or call a customer, send a message, or maybe post. That's the newest thing. If you want to use that time, that scheduled time, to say, all right, I'm going to use that 5 minutes to make a couple posts. I'm going to use the same post to WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook. You can do that. That's managing your time wisely. How do you think I get to post a lot of the stuff that I post. I don't have extra time and I am crazy busy. And I still can afford to share it to you guys on WhatsApp. So I would say you have 5 minutes, 2 minutes in the bathroom, post it then. Every second counts. That is how I manage my time. And guess what? I get reorders from my posts all the time. And even if you don't get that reorder right away, people are watching you. People, I'm going to repeat, people are watching you. People are watching you. And I promise you that they keep seeing that post over and over again. Eventually, they're going to say, you know what? I've been seeing that. I think I want to try that. I've had it happen. I didn't do anything magical. Monthly accomplishment sheet. So you've heard us talk about A+, 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 A+. Any goal that you want to accomplish, that is part of your time management. You track your A+. So for the month, you can fill it out. You can write here the parties that you have planned, the faces that you saw, the interviews that you have, right? A+. A+, 15 faces. So you have 3 options. Either you see 15 faces, 30 faces, or 50 faces. So A+, just regular A+, that is 15 faces. That's just extra money. If you want to do, if you want to get car, if you want to get red jacket, go on, for directorship, then A+ elite, and then A+ super achiever, 50 faces. That's definitely directorship, car, and much more. And when you see the faces, that is when your business will grow. So this is all part of your time management and planning, because if you're tracking that, and what I would recommend is, as you see the face, write it down, just keep it with you in a folder. And as you're seeing those faces, you put that on your accomplishment sheet. Choose the number of hours you want to devote. So don't just be random about your hours with Mary Kay. Definitely decide and say, all right, Kenisha, I want to work my business for 2 hours a week, for 2 to 5 hours a week. You can do 2 to 5 hours a week and gain so much in the business. I mean, most part-time jobs, you have to do 20 something hours a week. And with Mary Kay, even if you do 2 to 5 hours a week, you can do that and still accomplish quite a bit in the business. Any questions so far? We're almost there. Let me see how we are in time. Oh man, we have 2 more minutes. I have to rush. We're almost there. So we talked about choose the number of hours. Power hour, 10-hour week. Power hour. So if you say, Kenisha, 1 hour per day, I'm going to donate to Mary Kay, making my booking calls, you will see your business grow. I remember being in DIQ. I was so religious about this. I would leave work, which I finished at 7. I would get in the car and I would stay in the parking lot. When everyone else had gone, I was in the parking lot making booking calls. I was so serious. I said, nope, I'm not going home until I do my booking calls, because I know once I got home with the kids, and it wasn't going to happen. So power hour, find what works in your day. If you don't have an hour, but you have 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there, then do what works for you. You can customize this business any way you want. And so we are just giving you ideas. Power hour means your meetings, like bringing guests onto your sessions. That is a part of if that's all you can do, then that's all you can do for now. I remember being working in corporate America and running to my meetings. I would change in the car sometimes. Not a great idea. Don't follow that. But sometimes I would even take my clothes with me, change in the bathroom. And that was my meeting on Mondays. I was very religious about going to my meetings for those 2 hours. So even if that's the only time you can bring guests or be in front of people, bring them on. Use that time. That is part of your time management. Number 7, 6 most important list. Only 6 things, not 30. So write down 6 of the important things that you need and prioritize what's at the top of the list. Now, if you don't get to all 6 of them, don't beat yourself up. But the fact that you have it written down. And so, all right, I got to 4 on the list, or I got to 3 on the list next to tomorrow. How about I work on some of that? So some of the things I would put on my list: call call Chillian, call Marilyn, book party, call my leads, and I would have the names of the people, but those are things that you want to put on your 6 most important list. And I had to put it on my calendar or at the time when I was going to do my 6 most, because I was forgetting to do that. And I'm being honest, I was forgetting to do my 6 most, and then I would wake up and say, what was I supposed to do? I know it was something important. So yes, the app, the My Unit app has that, so you can use that to add to, and my customers app. Yes, my customers app does have that. Thank you for reminding us about that, Melissa. And number 8, Power Hour, how it works. We kind of touched on that already. Power Hour, it's book, coach, sell, recruit. All of that is a part of your Power Hour. So let me know if you guys have any questions. It's about, what time is it now? Oh, we went 2 minutes over. So, okay. So this is a little flyer, and it says Power Hour. Strive for 3 power hours a week and watch your business soar. So I would do more than that if you can. And this is for tracking your personal business. So it says 15 minutes, make booking calls, 5 by Friday, 15 minutes, coach your hostess, 15 minutes, make calls to invite guests, 15 minutes, make recruiting calls. So it does have the name, phone number, and results. So literally you can fill this out. You can fill this out, inviting guests, name and number. So literally you're doing this. I would do this the night before, right? Of people that you plan to invite. And so tomorrow when you wake up, then you have it and you can just call them from that. You don't want to wait till the next day to plan that. Any questions or comments about IPAs? Some things that people have done and it has worked for them. And Melissa says her goal is to do Power Hour for strictly bookings 5 to 6 times a week. Yes, great idea, Melissa. Great idea. Yes, Power Hour is the key. All right, we are going to get into our session tonight, our pampering session. And I'm actually, let me just hold on 1 second, you guys. So tonight's theme, we are talking about dreams. And I was inspired because Martin Luther King, right? That was celebration was this past Monday. And so what is a dream? What's a dream that you had that you either fulfilled or didn't get to fulfill? And so I wanted to touch on that a little bit, because so many times we have a dream and you'd be surprised. You talk to people and they'll tell you, I've always had a dream to do such and such. And so there's so many people that have dreams and take it to their grave that never got to see it to its fruition. And so as Martin Luther King's speech, his infamous speech, I had a dream, I wanted to bring that dream alive again tonight, where we had dreams. And not only that, what about the dreams that you had that you didn't accomplish? Taking care of your skin as you sleep, right? As you're dreaming, taking care of your skin. So we're going to kind of tie the two in, but we're going to have a little fun with this. But I just wanted to read something that talks about dream. It says, how resilient, adamant, insistent would you be as regards your destiny? Would you take life's no for an answer, or would embrace God's promises and dare to dream again, despite dashed hope in past times? So how many of you have had dreams and so life kind of knocked you down, and looking back, somebody will ask you, I've always wanted to be a dancer. Not me, that's my former life, right? I've always wanted to be a dancer, or I've always wanted to open up a store, a boutique, or something of the sort. So ladies, I'm going to give you the floor a little bit to just, you could put in the chat or just mention what are some dreams that you have had that you were not able to accomplish. And then once we share that, I'm going to get into tonight's session. So are you guys able to unmute? So what was a dream that you had that you never got to accomplish? Or maybe a dream that you had and kind of along the way, you're like, you know what, I changed my mind. What was a dream that you had? I want to be the only one here talking. All right. So one of the dreams that I had, and this was from I was a kid, I really did not know all the different professions, but I knew I wanted to be in the health field. And I always said, oh my God, I want to be a nurse. I want to be a midwife. That was what I said, a midwife. And then eventually it became a doctor. I wanted to become a doctor, right? So I had a dream to be a doctor. Guess what? That kind of changed along the way because life happened, and I ended up doing physical therapy, which I love. So that was one of my dreams, was to become a doctor. And do I regret not going for it? No, I don't regret it. But there are people who have dreams that didn't get to go along and accomplish that they do have regrets. So does anyone want to share? If not, we're going to get into our session for tonight and talk about Melissa.
I can share. It's still a dream. I just changed it a little bit, but one thing that I want to do is go for my PhD in the future to for in biochemistry. I have my degree in biotechnology, and I was doing that. I was going into the career to be a scientist so I can go into cancer research. So I wanted to open up my own cancer research facility pretty much. And, of course, try to solve cancer and all that. So that was a dream that I had when I went into college, and that's why I got my degree in biotechnology. But it's still something that I feel I can still pursue in the future, as long God willing.
Absolutely. And you know what, Melissa, the fact that you wanted it, and chemistry, it's biochemistry especially, so interesting and intriguing. And remember, with me, even with Mary Kay's foundation, they do a lot when it comes on to research. That was one of the things they talked about when we went to leadership. They talked about some of the people that they have helped them to foster the research that they're doing, to fund that research, to help to find cures for cancer, or to figure out like how the body works. So that's definitely a great dream, and reach for it. You know what, it might seem hard, it might seem far-fetched, but definitely it's doable, right? Because God put that interest in your heart. Anybody else would like to share a dream that they've had? If not, we're going to get into tonight's session, which we are talking about how to dream again and taking care of your skin at the same time. And this was actually interesting to me tonight, what I'm going to share on. So if you guys, maybe you already are familiar with it. Does anyone else have to share? Or if not, just put a thumbs up and I can continue. If not, you can stop me in the middle of what I'm doing. All right. So tonight's session, we are going to talk, since we were talking about dreams again, I said, you know what? It's a great time to talk about night routine, because when you're when we're sleeping, right? That's when I have my dreams, right? They call them REM sleep is when you dream. So why not make sure we have the right stuff to take care of your skin? And so there's some pretty interesting stuff that they talked about when it comes on to nighttime routine. Hi, Natalia. And the key when it comes on to skincare, the key is understanding what happens to our bodies when we're in dreamland. And so the skin actually renews and repairs itself when we are sleeping. And so there's actually some interesting stuff that I'm going to share tonight. So when you're sleeping, your body, so in the daytime, your skin works hard to protect itself from constant attack. So you have the dust, you have pollutants, you have all these exposures that your skin is exposed to during the daytime. And so daytime, we need something that protects our skin, but nighttime, our skin actually switches into recovery mode. And that's when it's like intense repair and regeneration occurs. And they talked about like certain times of the night that you should be sleeping. So if you notice somebody who parties a lot, they look tired, like they look tired, their skin looks tired. And it's because that they're not getting the time for that regeneration to occur. And what they said is that the regeneration process actually occurs up to 3 times faster in the nighttime than the daytime. Did you guys know that? And so it says that as we start to get sleepy around 9 p.m., right, our skin starts to wind down too. So just like when our eyes like start getting tired at 9, and I'm kind of there too, I'm getting close to being like that. That's when our skin starts to wind down as well. So our skin is about to start winding down soon. And so we define the hours between 9 to 11 p.m. as the evening phase. And this is crucial for when we want to make sure that we have the right items on our skin during this time. And so I'm going to kind of get into that as well. So it works. What happens at night? It works to counteract damage to the skin during the day from the aggressors like UV rays and pollutants. So UV rays, we didn't really mention that, but those are some of the things that we are exposed to. And other hormones that kick in while we're sleeping, you have HGH, which is human growth hormone. And what that does, it accelerates skin's repair and cell regeneration. And this is like between 11 p.m. and 4 a.m., our cell production can double. So why not make sure that we have the right items on our skin to do that? And it says that if we're in deep sleep, that is when you'll see cell turnover increase up to 3 times. So that's between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. So if you're one of those people that work during that time, you want to make sure that you have stuff on your skin that's going to help you with that repair. So this was something I didn't realize. During the nighttime, that's when your skin is more permeable. So not only do you want to make sure stuff is on your skin that can be absorbed, your skin can actually, on the flip side, it can also lose moisture. And so that's why you want to make sure that whatever is on your skin, not only you want to absorb, but you can prevent it from losing moisture. So you want to make sure it's highly moisturized, especially at night. And that's because thanks to overnight water loss, your skin now is at its driest and the barrier can be impaired. So that's why you want to make sure that, guess what? We have the right stuff to put on your skin at night. Like, seriously, that's why your skin will dry out at night if you don't have the right stuff on it. So I didn't know that. So that's something new for me too. Any questions? All right, we're going to get into some of the right stuff we can use for our skin at night. So one of the first things I wanted to share, and my skin's been like this since this morning. All right. So at night, you never want to sleep in makeup, of course. So oil-free eye makeup remover is one of my go-to. I use it to clean my eyes, of course. And what happens, I think I saw Natasha post a video of somebody with eye mites or infection because she didn't remove her makeup. And so this is amazing. The oil-free eye makeup remover is amazing for removing that. Now, one of the things that I like to do at night, well, of course, you know, with the retinol, that is for nighttime use as well. So this would be part of my nighttime regimen. The night that I'm not using my retinol, you also can use your Radiance peel, which looks something like this, right? So this is your glycolic peel, and they do recommend using it at night. So after you do your glycolic peel, so I usually do 2 pumps, and I don't know if you guys have seen my sister's picture, but I gave her one of these and literally she did it one day and you should have seen the difference. So my glycolic peel is one of the items that I use at night. But remember, we were talking about not losing hydration, especially at night. You want to make sure that you have the right items for your skin. One of my go-to is, I don't know if you guys have used this, the biocellulose mask, the lifting biocellulose mask. So this is Korean influence, but guess what it has in there? Coconut water, you guys. It has coconut water, and nothing maintains your hydration like coconut water. It is one of my favorites to use. And I mean, literally imagine using this and waking up and seeing the difference in your skin. Ladies, if you have, since we're the ones here on tonight, if you have any questions, please stop me. But I'm going through the stuff that I personally use, but also for your nighttime routine, these are some of the things you can make sure is included. Of course, I always want to use your eye cream morning and night, right? You want to, because we just talked about it. Your body at night, that's when your skin repairs itself. And so why not let it work while you sleep? Because you do need sleep. So the eye cream, and I like this one. I wanted to show you this one because even though I have used the 3D, I actually like this because it has that cool tip and it does stay cool. It does stay cool. And I like the fact because you can use it to smoothly glide on the eye cream. And the tip that's here, it's the same tip like what they use with boxers when, you know, they're in the boxing ring and their eyes are puffy. They use this to help to get that puffiness down, the coolness from that tip. So that's why I said I wanted to show you. You notice it's almost done. So I have been using it. The other thing that I personally use, I do like the night cream. So I have been using this one. There is the 3D one as well, which has resveratrol. But I personally also do use, so if you want to do alternating nights or if you want to do the Time as Repair line, the night cream. So there is a day cream, but there's also a night cream. I'm only featuring the night cream tonight because we're talking about our sleep, right? Sleep regimen. And literally the top, you just press this, and then the product comes out here and you just apply that all over your face. One of my favorites. And ladies, you can chime in. I did bring the 3D one. So if you're not on the repair line, but you are on the 3D line, this would be the one for that. So remember, this would be people with moderate to severe signs of aging, or if you want the benefits of retinol, because this has encapsulated retinol in there. And this is if you have slight to medium or slight to moderate signs of aging, then this is the night cream I would recommend. Now, there are some people that do love the fact that this has resveratrol and vitamin B3 in there. So, but if you want to see results like next day, this is the one I would use. If you want to see like maybe over a week's time or longer, then I would use the 3D. All right. Any questions about hydration? Gonna mention some other things that I actually have 2 of these to ship out. Extra emollient night cream. Notice night cream. This has minerals in there. And remember, I just said that at night, that's when your skin loses a lot of hydration. So the night cream will help you to trap that and to stay moisturized. And I've actually have a lady that just ordered 2 of these. You can even use it on your hands. You can use it on your elbow. Back in the day, they even use it on your face. I mean, you can if you want to, but I don't need to use it there because I have my nourishing oil. This is my baby. Anybody else use the nourishing oil? Oh, she said, Melissa says her nose. Yeah, because of the cold. Yeah, Melissa. So Melissa, yes. So in your case, the extra emollient might be a good option for you to use. Or they have some new stuff that's coming out too that we can't tell you about it yet, but I can tell you, hold on to your seat. But I do love the nourishing oil. And so I usually put this on before I do my face massager. So it does have its own little pipette. Is that what you call it, a pipette? And you can put the drops. I usually do 2 drops in the palm of my hand and apply that before I do my night cream. So I know I showed you this first, but I usually use this and I put, this would be the last moisturizer that I put on. And then last but not least, my new favorite, and the first person I saw use this was an oil-free hydrating gel. Marilyn says, oh, Denver uses the oil. Oh, the oil, the emollient, not the emollient, the nourishing oil. Yes, the nourishing oil, and it's natural. It's from the natural line, and I think it has sesame oil and almond oil in there. So really, these are just some amazing. Hi, Janet. Amazing.
Hi.
How are you? Good night.
Good night.
Welcome.
Thank you.
All right. So what the last thing I wanted to show you as part of my regimen is the oil-free hydrating gel. Now, I remembered I had this and I never used it, never looked at it, never even thought of why it would be important for me. But let me tell you, this oil-free hydrating gel, it actually traps that moisture. And you want to know something? Lori Hoggs, who is one of the international makeup artists that she uses like 90-something% Mary Kay products, she actually was the one that introduced us to this, and she puts it over the moisturizer. So they do recommend you put it over the moisturizer, and what it does, it locks in that moisture for you, and it has a lot of natural ingredients, and it's fragrance free. So mine looks like that. You can see it's almost done, and I just need a little bit. So it's in the cover. I just put a little bit over my face, and you can even put it on before you do your makeup. And Natalia is like, yes, so is good. The emollient is great for winter, but I would use this also for the winter to trap. Like once you moisturize, you can put that on to trap. And if you have dry skin, then you would use the one for dry skin as well. And that's the beauty of Mary Kay, is that you do have something for everyone. So we're gonna do a quick review. And if
Wait. Question. I have a question. Yeah, what I was asking, is it only for the winter, or would you use it in the summertime as well?
No, I use it in the summertime.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I use it. You're talking about the oil-free or just the moisturizers?
That one.
Oh no, I use it all the time. Let me tell you, I introduced this to my sister in Jamaica, and let me tell you, when you do your makeup or even without the makeup, game changer. Game changer, the oil-free hydrating gel. So if you have not tried this, like,
try it.
This is the one I've been using. Yeah, try it, because then you can really honestly explain it to what it does to somebody. It is awesome.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I use this.
Yes. Oh yeah, Melissa. Great. Thank you, Melissa.
And this one also, something that Lori Hoggs showed us. Literally, you can just kind of pat it on your eyes. That's what she did, because you don't have the eye doesn't have a moisturizer. So after you do eye cream, she literally patted on her eyes and all over the face as well before she did her makeup. All right. Anybody that wants the pricing, check your catalog. We can show you that pricing on the catalog. So let me do a quick review what I showed you tonight. And if there's something I showed you you have not put on put it on your shelf, I definitely would recommend doing it. All right, yes. All right, hopefully your phone doesn't die, Melissa, before we're done. So definitely I showed you the oil-free eye makeup remover. You don't want to sleep in your makeup. You want to make sure you clean your eyes properly. Look at that. Shake it up, shake it up. It does have protein in there to help nourish your lashes. So that was one of the things I showcased tonight. I did mention nighttime again. Remember, we're talking about nighttime dream again, your sleep routine. The retinol, I do this 3 times a week at night. There's some people that do it 5 times a week. Remember, this is pure retinol. So if you want to reverse the signs of aging, this is the bomb diggity from our Derma cosmetic line. So meaning it's the same thing that you get in a dermatologist's office. So that is our retinol. I showed you that. The other item I showed you, which you're not going to use this, if you use the retinol that night, you're not going to do the glycolic peel. So this is called the Reveal Radiance Peel. This is one of our glycolic peels. And again, this is one of the ones that I use at night to help get rid of my dead skin and really show that radiant skin. So same thing like what you would do in a dermatologist's office, minus the price, because we are doing it at home. And this one that I've had has lasted me for a while, because I only use it 1 to 2 times a week. Other thing that I showed after my glycolic peel, of course, you want to make sure you are putting the eye cream on. I did show you the repair line, the eye cream for the repair line. because I like this cool tip. All right, and part of hydration, my coconut water biocellulose mask, Korean influence. And what I like, I didn't mention this, once you rip this open and you put your mask on, there's some juice in there. You can use that other nights too. And after 30 minutes, you can apply any of your other skincare regimen at night, right? This doesn't wash off, this stays on. So the biocellulose mask, I remember Natalia was talking about trying this. Have you tried it yet, Natalia?
I have, and I actually have the pouch in the room with a little bit left that I said I'm gonna put on tonight. So
yes, and somebody said you could put it in a Ziploc bag. So if you have some of the extra juice, put that in a Ziploc bag and seal it and stick it back in there.
Hi.
So that's hi.
Oh,
And then I did show you as well for my moisturizer, which let me change the order. I did show you the nourishing oil, which I love. And I think Marilyn was saying that her son Denver uses it. I love this because it's sesame and almond oil, very natural, but also it keeps my skin moisturized and I like the way it feels. My sister has sensitive skin and some of the stuff she's not able to use, but this was one of the ones. It is the best. And usually once I put it on, I do my face massager. So that's a nourishing oil. So if you don't have this on your shelf, I would recommend including that in your night regimen. And we talked about the emollient night cream. We talked about the night cream because nighttime, that is when you're going to lose a lot of water. Your skin will lose a lot of hydration. And so this will help to maintain that moisture. And then once you do that, then we talked about the night cream. So if you have slight to moderate signs of aging, then I would recommend the 3D night cream. If you have moderate to severe signs of aging and you want the moisturizer that has resveratrol in there, then this would be the one. If you notice, so this is mine. So this one is already used. I mean, there's still stuff in there and it is encapsulated. So literally, once I press the last pump, I guarantee you, I open the jar, there will not be any left in because it really takes everything out. So someone wanted me to repeat the best time for sleeping. I will repeat that in a second. But remember, these are the day cream. The night cream if you're on the 3D line and if you're on the repair line. And last but not least is my all-time favorite, the oil-free hydrating gel. So if you are not using this helps to trap the moisture. And I have oily skin, so this is the one I would use. And if you have dry skin, then I would use the dry one. All right, and somebody wanted me to go over the best time to sleep. 9 o'clock, our skin starts to wind down, and so do you. So a lot of times people start getting sleepy at 9. The evening hours are defined as 9 to 11 p.m. And so at this point, between 11 and 4 a.m., our cell production double. And if you're in a deep sleep, you could see cell turnover increase 3 times between the hours of 2 to 4 a.m. So you want to make sure that during that time you are sleeping, because that is when your body, the cells are rejuvenating and turning over. And so if you're not on a regular sleep regimen and you have the right stuff on your skin, then you want to talk to your recruiter or your director about what to try. And guess what? The more stuff you try, then you can recommend it to others. Retinol at night helps to boost collagen production and it encourages epidermal cell renewal. So make sure that anything you're using at night, and I just showed you, we do have a retinol line, and we do have, if you don't want to use the retinol, but you do have the encapsulated retinol that you use in the Time as Repair line, a lot of times that's sufficient as well. And some other things they mentioned was about hyaluronic acid, which also deeply hydrates the skin. and it reduced the effects of overnight water loss. So there is plenty of opportunities for you guys to prevent that water loss. And when you wake up, you're gonna have amazing skin. All right. I'm not gonna go over the close because you guys, well, maybe I should. You guys want me to do the closing sheet? If not, here it is. You can look at that, look at the different options. So these two have the nighttime regimen in there. This one has a night cream, this one has a night cream. What I like about Mary Kay is that you can mix and match. So say, for example, you're using stuff from the natural line, but you want the benefits at night, you can do that. If you're doing, the botanical line, which I actually am trying the cleanser now. If you're doing the botanic, and I do use a toner, then you can use the night cream. So you can mix and match a lot of our products. All right. And remember, as a consultant, do you pay full price? No, you do not. That's what I love about Mary Kay. As a consultant, you get half off everything, right? You get half off. So that is the beauty, is that you do get half off. All right. Any questions? I'm just going to do a quick share. I know that a lot of you are already familiar with this, but I'm repeating because guess what? You're hearing me say it. You'll start speaking the same lingo. And then guess what? You can share this with other people as well. But the best time to start Mary Kay is now. They did renew this package. They were going to get rid of it, but they decided to keep it on for another, I think, until June. $30 e-start, where somebody can start their business for $30. Same way I started for $100 back in the day, but now if you want just the website and you want to take credit cards, you can do that $30 e-start. If you want the full kit where you get full-size products and this amazing bag, like what I have here, if you want to get a bag like this, which is packed with a bunch of goodies, then you would do the one for $130, because not only do you get the products, full-size products, you get the website and you get where you can pay for your credit card. So that price is like a $500 value for $130. And then last but not least, if you want to just add on some sample packs for $45, you can add on that to any one of these sets. So this is something that you can share. New consultants, when you are a new consultant, guess what? You have golden tickets. You have 3 golden tickets that you can give to any one of your friends, and they won't pay full price. They will get a discount up to $25 per person on those golden tickets. So you have about, what is that, $75? Yes, $75 that you can give to some of your friends. So I would recommend taking advantage of that opportunity. Give somebody the gift of a business. Did you guys hear? Some of you were not on earlier. This business, it already has expanded, but they're projecting that by next year, it's going to go up by, I believe is it 3 million or 30 million? I can't remember the exact numbers, but by 2030, it's going to be even more than that. That's a projection. So you're in the right place at the right time. All right, you guys. Well, we are going to be wrapping up. Any questions, thoughts, or comments? We did have you share your dream. So thank you, Melissa. I know her phone was dying. Thank you for sharing what your dream was. Tonight is for you to dream again. But as you're dreaming again, take care of your skin. Take care of your skin with some of the right stuff, right? We shared some of that. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Dream big. And we will see you back here next week. Bring guests on. Any questions, thoughts, or comments about what we tried tonight? Any questions? Last chance. We'll have a wonderful night. Any questions? Any last?
No questions. Sorry. No questions.
Well, it means I did a good job, right? That's what it means.
All the time. All the time. All the time.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you, ladies.
Have a good night, everyone.
Have a great night, Natalia. It was so good seeing you. I can't wait to see some other pictures.
Thank you. I'm gonna get sorry, I just came from the gym and I'm here stuffing my face with curry chicken.
Yeah, so for those of you guys who don't know, I never met Natalia before. We met on Zoom over a year ago, and we actually met this weekend. So she actually
Mhm.
came to the hotel I was at, and we got to spend some time together, which was wonderful.
Definitely. Yep. It was.
Finally meeting in person.
I know.
All right. Well, have a great evening, you guys.
All right. Have a good night. Bye.
Yes, I will see you. Chilean, we'll see you tomorrow. Marilyn,